calm is power. Let's get straight to the heart of it. Do you ever feel like your mind is a battlefield, constantly bombarded by worries, anxieties, and just plain old stress? Does it feel like the world around you is spinning faster and faster, and you're just struggling to keep your balance, to find a moment of peace in the storm? You're trying to stay calm, to be present, but it feels like life is throwing curveball after curveball, and your inner peace is the first casualty. In today's world, feeling overwhelmed is practically the default setting. We're constantly connected, constantly bombarded with information, demands, and expectations. It's easy to feel like you're losing control, like your inner calm is a distant memory. But what if there was a way to reclaim that calm? What if there was a set of timeless principles, a philosophy designed to help you not just survive, but thrive amidst the chaos, to find unshakable peace within yourself, no matter what's happening around you? That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're turning to the incredible wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that's been helping people find inner peace and resilience for over 2,000 years. We're going to unpack 10 powerful lessons from Stoicism that you can start applying today to keep calm, centered, and in control. This isn't about some fluffy feel-good advice. This is about practical, actionable wisdom that can fundamentally change how you experience life and manage your inner world. Throughout this video, we'll explore each of these 10 Stoic lessons in detail, and I really want to hear from you. As we go through each point, please jump into the comments below and share your own experiences, your insights, your struggles, and your aha moments. Let's build a supportive community here where we can learn from each other and apply these Stoic principles to create calmer, more centered lives. Ready to unlock the Stoic secrets to staying calm? Let's get started. 1. Focus on what you can control. Let's kick things off with a cornerstone of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. This is absolutely fundamental, and it's where so much of our anxiety melts away when we truly grasp it. The Stoics, brilliant thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, realized something profound. We spend so much energy stressing about things we simply cannot change, things that are outside our sphere of influence. Think about it. How much time do you spend worrying about the economy, or what other people think of you, or dwelling on past mistakes? These are all things largely or completely outside your control. The economy will do what it does. Other people's opinions are their own internal weather systems. The past is, well, past. Anxiety, frustration, anger, these emotions often bubble up when we're trying to control the uncontrollable, when we're pushing against the current of reality. Stoicism offers a radical shift in perspective. It says, direct your energy inwards, focus on what you can control. And what is that? Your thoughts, your judgments, your actions, your intentions, your character, your inner world. This is your inner citadel, as Marcus Aurelius called it, your fortress of calm. You are the master of this domain. You decide how you react to events, what you believe, and how you choose to act. When you consciously redirect your focus to your inner world, it's like taking a deep breath in a chaotic room. Suddenly, you have solid ground beneath your feet. You're not tossed around by external events because your anchor is within. You start to realize that true power, true freedom, comes not from controlling the world around you, but from mastering yourself. So, think about your life right now. Where are you spending energy trying to control things you can't? What would it feel like to release that struggle and redirect that energy inwards to focus on cultivating your inner citadel? Share your thoughts in the comments. What's one thing you're going to stop trying to control today? 2. Accept what you cannot control. Closely linked to focusing on control is the Stoic practice of acceptance. Now, acceptance isn't about being passive or just rolling over and letting life walk all over you. It's not about resignation in a negative sense. Stoic acceptance is a powerful, active embrace of reality. It's about seeing things as they are, not as you wish they would be. Life is like a river. It flows, it changes, it has rapids and calm stretches. You can't stop the river from flowing. You can't control every bend and turn. Trying to fight the river, to force it to flow in a way you want, is exhausting and ultimately futile. Stoicism says, accept the river. Accept the nature of reality, which is change, impermanence, and events unfolding often outside of your personal preferences. This is where so much inner turmoil comes from, resisting what is. We resist change, we resist loss, we resist discomfort, but resistance is suffering. It's like pushing against a brick wall. Acceptance, on the other hand, is like flowing with the river. It allows you to navigate the currents, to respond rationally and effectively to whatever comes your way, instead of being swept away by emotional reactivity. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to like everything that happens. It means you acknowledge it, you see it clearly, and you choose your response from a place of clarity, not from a place of emotional chaos. It's about saying, okay, this is happening. What can I do now given this reality? Think about a challenging situation you're facing right now. Is there an element of resistance in your mind? Are you fighting against what is? What would it feel like to soften that resistance, to simply accept the situation as it is, and then focus on your response, on what you can control within that situation? Let me know in the comments, what are you trying to accept right now? 3. Practice negative visualization. Now this one might sound a bit gloomy at first. Negative visualization? Are Stoics just pessimists? Absolutely not. Negative visualization is actually a brilliant Stoic technique for cultivating gratitude, reducing attachment, and preparing yourself mentally for adversity. It's not about dwelling on the negative, it's about strategically contemplating potential misfortunes or losses. The idea is simple. Periodically, imagine losing the things you value, your health, your loved ones, your possessions, your opportunities. Imagine them being taken away. Now, this isn't meant to make you miserable, quite the opposite. By vividly imagining these potential losses, you achieve a few powerful things. First, you deeply appreciate what you already have. It's so easy to take things for granted, our health, our relationships, even simple things like a roof over our heads. Negative visualization snaps you out of that complacency. It makes you realize how precious these things are right now. It fosters profound gratitude for the present moment. Second, it diminishes your attachment to external things. Stoicism teaches us that excessive attachment to things outside our control is a major source of suffering. By contemplating the potential loss of something, you lessen your emotional dependence on it. You realize that your happiness doesn't hinge on these external things being permanent. Third, it prepares you mentally for adversity. Life inevitably brings challenges and losses. By mentally rehearsing potential misfortunes, you're less likely to be completely blindsided and overwhelmed when they actually occur. You've already considered the possibility, you've mentally navigated it, and you're more resilient as a result. So, take a moment right now. Think about something you deeply value. Now, gently imagine losing it. Just for a moment, what feelings come up, and what does it make you appreciate about having it now? Share your experience in the comments. What did you visualize, and what did you learn? 4. Live in accordance with nature. Stoicism isn't just about individual calm. It's about living a meaningful and purposeful life within the larger order of the cosmos. Stoics believed in living in accordance with nature, and this has two key aspects. First, external nature, the universe, the cosmos, the natural world around us. Second, our own human nature, our capacity for reason, virtue, and social connection. Living in accordance with external nature means understanding your place in the grand scheme of things. You're part of a larger interconnected system. Everything is interconnected. Everything has a purpose within the whole. This perspective can be incredibly grounding. It takes you out of your small individual worries and connects you to something vast and timeless. Living in accordance with your own human nature means living virtuously. For Stoics, virtue is the sole good, the path to eudaimonia, to flourishing, to living well. The core Stoic virtues are wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These aren't just abstract ideals, they are practical guides for living a good life. Wisdom is about understanding the world and yourself clearly. Justice is about fairness, integrity, and contributing to the common good. Courage is about facing challenges and acting rightly, even when it's difficult. Temperance is about balance, moderation, and self-control. When you strive to live virtuously, you create inner alignment. You're living in harmony with your own deepest nature, with your capacity for reason and goodness. This reduces internal conflict, the inner friction that often leads to stress and agitation. Living virtuously brings a deep sense of purpose and meaning, which is a powerful source of calm and resilience. How do you understand your place in the larger order of things? Which of the Stoic virtues resonates most strongly with you right now? And how can you consciously strive to live more virtuously in your daily life? Share your reflections in the comments. Let's explore how we can live more in accordance with nature. 5. Remember impermanence. Everything changes. Everything is in a state of flux. This is a fundamental truth of reality, and Stoicism embraces it fully. People, possessions, circumstances, all are temporary. Clinging to things as if they were permanent sources of happiness is a recipe for suffering, because inevitably they will change, they will fade, they will disappear. Think about it. Your body is constantly changing. Your relationships evolve. Your job, your home, your possessions, they are all transient. Even the earth itself is in constant motion and change. Recognizing impermanence isn't depressing, it's liberating. It allows you to appreciate the present moment without excessive attachment. It allows you to savor the good times without fearing their end, and to navigate the difficult times knowing they too will pass. When you truly internalize impermanence, it changes your perspective on everything. Setbacks become less devastating because you know they are temporary. Successes become sweeter because you appreciate their fleeting nature. You stop chasing after permanent happiness in external things and start finding joy in the flow of life itself. Remembering impermanence also helps you prioritize what truly matters. If everything is temporary, what is truly valuable? For Stoics, it's virtue, it's character, it's the quality of your actions in each moment. These are the things that endure, that have lasting value, even as everything else changes. What are you clinging to right now as if it were permanent? What would it feel like to loosen your grip, to accept the impermanent nature of things? And how can remembering impermanence help you appreciate the present moment more fully? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's reflect on the beauty and the challenge of impermanence. 6. Distinguish between impression and judgment. This is a game changer. Stoics understood that external events themselves don't cause our emotional reactions. It's not the events that upset us, but our judgments about those events. External events are merely impressions, neutral stimuli. It's our interpretation, our evaluation, our judgment of these impressions that determines whether we experience them as good or bad, upsetting or calming. Think about getting stuck in traffic. The event itself is neutral, cars are moving slowly, but your judgment of that event can be, this is terrible, I'm going to be late, this is ruining my day, and that judgment creates frustration, anger, stress. But you could also judge it differently. Okay, traffic is slow, I can't control it, I'll listen to a podcast, relax, and arrive when I arrive. Same event, completely different emotional response based on your judgment. Stoicism empowers you to examine your judgments, to question them. Are they rational? Are they helpful? Are they based on reality or on assumptions and fears? By consciously choosing to interpret events rationally and objectively, you can lessen their emotional impact dramatically. You can choose to see events as neutral or even as opportunities for growth, rather than as threats or catastrophes. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means understanding where your emotions come from your judgments. And it means taking responsibility for your judgments, for your interpretations of the world. You have the power to reframe your perceptions, to choose more helpful and rational judgments, and to cultivate inner calm even amidst challenging circumstances. Think about a recent situation that caused you stress or anxiety. What was the event? And what was your judgment about that event? Could you have judged it differently? How can you practice distinguishing between the impression and your judgment in your daily life? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's explore the power of perception. 7. Practice virtue. For Stoics, virtue is not just a nice to have, it's the sole good. It's the ultimate aim of life, the path to eudaimonia, to flourishing. Cultivating virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance isn't just about being a good person in a conventional sense. It's about building inner strength, resilience, and a deep sense of fulfillment. When you act virtuously, you align yourself with reason and purpose. You're living in accordance with your highest potential, with your capacity for goodness. This reduces internal conflict, the sense of being pulled in different directions. It fosters a sense of integrity, of wholeness, of being true to yourself. Virtue is its own reward. Stoics believe that external things, wealth, fame, pleasure, are indifferent. They can be used well or badly. True happiness, true fulfillment comes from within, from living virtuously. When you focus on cultivating virtue, you're investing in something that is truly yours, something that cannot be taken away by external circumstances. Practicing virtue isn't always easy. It requires conscious effort, self-reflection, and a commitment to living according to your values. But the rewards are immense. Inner peace, resilience, a sense of purpose, and a life well lived. Which of the Stoic virtues are you actively working on cultivating right now? How do you practice virtue in your daily life? And how does striving for virtue contribute to your inner calm and sense of well-being? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's explore the power of virtue. 8. Focus on the present moment. Anxiety often stems from dwelling on the past, regrets, mistakes, what-ifs, or worrying about the future, uncertainties, fears, anxieties about what might happen. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote. Focus your attention on the present moment. The present moment is the only time you truly have any agency, any power to act, any opportunity to experience life. The past is gone, it's unchangeable. The future is not yet here, it's uncertain. The present moment is all that is real, all that is available to you. By being mindful of your present actions, your present experiences, your present sensations, you reduce mental clutter, you quiet the noise of past regrets and future anxieties. You cultivate a sense of groundedness, of being fully present in your life. Mindfulness, being present, isn't about emptying your mind or achieving some kind of blank state. It's about paying attention intentionally to the present moment without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, without getting carried away by them. It's about being fully engaged in whatever you are doing right now. When you focus on the present moment, you reduce anxiety, you increase your appreciation for life, and you become more effective in your actions because you're not distracted by the past or the future. You can bring your full attention and energy to what you are doing now. How present are you typically in your daily life? What are some things that pull you away from the present moment? And what are some practices you can use to cultivate greater presence and mindfulness? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's explore the power of the present moment. 9. Meditate on your mortality. Memento mori. Remember you must die. This is a powerful Stoic practice and often misunderstood. It's not meant to be morbid or depressing. It's meant to be a source of perspective, of clarity, of life affirmation. Reflecting on your mortality reminds you of the preciousness and finite nature of life. This awareness can help you prioritize what truly matters. It can help you let go of trivial concerns, of petty annoyances, of things that ultimately don't matter in the grand scheme of things. It can help you focus on living with greater intention, with greater purpose, with greater appreciation for each day. Memento mori isn't about fearing death, it's about appreciating life. It's about recognizing that life is a gift, a temporary opportunity, and that we should make the most of it. It's about living each day as if it were your last. Not in a reckless way, but in a way that is full of meaning, purpose, and virtue. Regularly contemplating your mortality can be a powerful practice for cultivating calm. It puts things in perspective. It helps you let go of anxieties about trivial matters. It reminds you to focus on what truly matters, living virtuously, connecting with others, appreciating the beauty of life while you have the chance. How often do you think about your mortality? Does the idea of memento mori resonate with you? And how can reflecting on your mortality help you live a more meaningful and calmer life? Share your reflections in the comments. Let's explore the wisdom of memento mori. 10. Practice self-control and discipline. Finally, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-mastery. Developing self-restraint over your desires, your impulses, your reactions. This is essential for inner calm. Because so much of our inner turmoil comes from being swayed by fleeting emotions, by uncontrolled desires, by impulsive reactions. Self-control isn't about repression or denying your feelings. It's about developing the ability to choose your responses, to act rationally and intentionally rather than being driven by your immediate impulses. It's about being the master of yourself rather than being a slave to your emotions or desires. Discipline is the practical application of self-control. It's about training yourself through consistent practice to act in accordance with your values, to make choices that are aligned with your long-term goals and your virtuous intentions. Discipline isn't about rigidity or harshness, it's about freedom. Because when you have self-discipline, you are free from being controlled by your impulses, by your weaknesses, by external pressures. Through self-control and discipline, you cultivate inner strength, resilience, and a steady, balanced state of mind, even amidst external chaos. You become less reactive, more responsive. You become more grounded, more centered, more calm. In what areas of your life do you want to cultivate greater self-control and discipline? What are some small, practical steps you can take today to strengthen your self-mastery? And how do you see self-control and discipline contributing to your inner calm? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's explore the path to self-mastery. And there you have it, 10 powerful lessons from Stoicism to help you keep calm in a chaotic world. Remember, cultivating inner calm is a journey, not a destination. It's about consistent practice, about applying these principles in your daily life, day by day, moment by moment. It's about progress, not perfection. I truly hope you found these Stoic insights valuable and inspiring. Don't forget to like this video if you did, subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom, and share this video with anyone who could benefit from these ancient tools for modern living. And most importantly, keep practicing Stoicism in your daily life. Start small, be consistent, and watch how these principles transform your inner world and your experience of life. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, take care, stay calm, and above all, stay virtuous.